Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sulk stream. I'm the Incredible Sulk, and I hope you guys are having a good Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day, and you guys are here watching me. Oof. Big oof. Oh, but I'm here myself doing this for you guys. So, I guess we're all in this together. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are having a great Friday. Holding it together. Being cool, being strong. I'm sure a lot of couples watch this. In fact, I know, like, Carrie C and her husband watch this nightly. So, hey, Carrie. I hope you guys are doing good and not about to, like, rope yourself because it's Valentine's and you don't have a date for Valentine's, which is the gayest shit, dude. Who gives a shit? It's Valentine's Day. It means nothing. I mean, honestly, who gives a shit about Valentine's Day? I even couples, lonely people, perhaps, but besides that, nobody in a relationship would be like, it's Valentine's Day and you didn't do anything for me. And if a girl says that to you, it's Valentine's Day and you didn't do anything for me, be like, shut the fuck up. Right? And that'll work out. And then she'll respect you. You got to keep that pimp hand strong, right? And I'm not advocating for domestic violence. But if you have to import some, get the good stuff. Anyways, guys, tonight we're going to do a free-for-all Friday, which means I don't have to put any work in at all. And I don't have to, like, come up with arguments and, like, have point of view about certain situations or anything like that. You'd be surprised how much work actually goes into this show. You'd be surprised how little work actually goes in this show. You might not. It really doesn't matter. We're going to watch a tranny make a fool of himself. So, it's going to be nice and lighthearted. And I like how trans people are all like, I can't get a girlfriend, so I'm going to be my own girlfriend. I'm going to look her in the mirror, and I'm going to be like, you're beautiful. And then touch your boobs, touch your, whatever they are, right? I don't know. Do trans people have large nipples? I have very small nipples. So if I got boob implants, they would look weird. I don't know. I just feel like I have very manly sized nipples because I'm not supposed to have big sausage pepperoni type of nipples. I'm so sorry. I don't have the nipple game that some of you guys have. But regardless, I don't think I would look good with a boob job. All right. I'm just going to lay that out there. All right. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for spending your Valentine's Day with me. You guys, each and every one of you are my Valentine. So the whole cult is my Valentine. And we're going to get in the pile afterwards. All right. So we're going to do this show. Then we're gonna drink some wine, get a little saucy. Then we're going to hop in the pile. All right. Is that respectable? Does that sound good for everyone? Fantastic. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and hop on in. Get comfy. Get cozy. If you are alone, which I know you are, grab a bottle of something nice. Some Cavassier. I don't know. I don't know what good liquors are. Get some Aftershock. I have no idea. Some Crown Royal. Some Johnny Walker Black. All right, there. Johnny Walker Black. That's a good expensive bottle of whiskey. And just treat yourself. Right? With a little bit of Sulk stream, with the dulcet tones of my voice in your ear, telling that you're good enough. You're good enough, baby. And you look so good tonight. Anyways, guys, if you're working, you shouldn't be fucking working. What are you doing? And if you're if you're driving, keep the speed under 120 miles per hour, not kilometers per hour. That's a weak shit, right? Hey, Mort, in Australia, when you're going like 120 kilometers an hour, is that like, ooh, I'm going fast? It's not fast. Just stay reasonable. That's all I'm saying. And if you're drinking and driving, keep that even lower, below like 80. Just, you don't want to get pulled over. Anyways, thank you so much for coming. I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream, and what is this called? Did I not even like lay it up yet? I don't even care. Whatever. We're all lonely here anyway. The end of TikTok's grossest trans creator, Jasmine. Ooh, Jasmine. Enjoy.
The internet is never short of weirdos, but Jasmine
World
isn't
star.
just weird. He's the
What's
very
world star?
embodiment of what cringe is. His entire existence is
Sexy, big sexy. This guy is not getting laid. And if he is, ooh. Who knows by what? I don't know. That's weird.
proof that TikTok's algorithm will reward
Who do we got?
literally
Ardenshire,
anyone
Mort,
willing to
David,
humiliate
Strawberry,
themselves in front of a camera.
Tejas,
Jasmine is a
JD,
TikToker who got notoriety for the most embarrassing reason ever.
What's up,
Not
everybody?
showering for weeks, and he brags about it like it's something he invented or so. What a creep. Even his mother is...
This guy's very animated with his voiceover, which it's fine. Everyone's trying to get those ad dollars, and I'm not even allowed on YouTube. I have a YouTube account, but I'm pretty sure they intentionally bury it. I think I've already got a couple strikes on there because I say things that are naughty. I say naughty words, and I don't rely on this for my income. So I don't care.
disgusted by him and told him to shower.
Fuck you, YouTube faggots. Oh, look, I got another strike.
Why are you being
Hey, Pamonkey.
I'm not being a You literally smell. You stink.
and
You smell like ass.
and
You take a shower.
Dude, that is so disrespectful. Not that the way he's talking to his mom, which is like, this is a little dusty. Not the way he's talking to his mom, which is, yeah, honestly disrespectful. Is this? I'm not even wearing a clean shirt. I'm not even wearing, honey, can you get me a clean shirt?
You just want to take your shirt off for the camera.
No, I would do that regardless.
Better do it for at least $20.
That's my pimp, everyone. Anyways, what was I saying? That's disrespectful. Not talking to his mom like that, but stinking like shit your entire, like, just always, like, for weeks and weeks and weeks, you stink like shit. That's mean to everybody involved, dude. If you constantly stink, if you smell like that, huh?
He's fat.
He's a tranny.
He's fat.
No, he's a male. He's a male tranny, but he calls himself Jasmine. I don't know, dude. Everything's off, you know? Everything's a gray area. I don't know. Here, let me change my shirt. Hey, you guys are going to get to see some
Play
booba.
music. Hour.
no,
I'm not playing music.
It's against my religion.
not playing music. I'm just going to show off.
Really?
And, you
Just
guys
take a
know how
shower,
it is.
dude.
It's
I'm
fine.
serious.
No, I'm not.
You guys are a
showering.
bunch of
You
perverts.
smell.
I don't care.
You reek.
I mean,
What
half
do I
these
gotta
people are
shower?
gay
How does it
anyway.
benefit me?
Wait, can I mute it?
You smell good. You feel good. Come on.
Think about it. You work hard all day, only to come home to an
Yeah, you see that? I'm
unbearably
talking to my
stinky
wife.
son.
Okay,
It's
wait.
nasty, no doubt about it.
So,
But here's the...
Pause it. She wants me to pause it.
his mother.
Mother! His mother!
His mother created these issues. Okay.
Yeah, there's no dad involved.
That's permissive parenting. Okay, my kid, he's 3, and he knows to wash his armpits and his butt and his feet and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
make your kids do those things so they know that it's normal. And then you follow
Dude, do you think this guy has, like, any sort of, like, self-respect at all?
Dad.
There's no dad, of course. There's Jesus in the background, but I think he just doesn't look at that because Jesus would be disapproving of. There's a tranny in the house, dude. And there's a Jesus portrait on the wall. How is his mom cool with this? I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter.
Have you seen churches lately?
Yeah, the church hasn't been bad. By the way, the Pope is, he's been corrupted or co-opted or something like that. The Pope isn't down with gay shit. He shouldn't be down with gay shit. But there's a bunch of gay shit going on, and the Pope's like into it, and it's weird. Why is the Pope? I'm not like Catholic or anything like that. But like, what's up with that? Why is the Pope so gay these days? Why is there a gay Pope? That's just a strange thing. I never thought the Pope would be gay, but here we are in 2025, and everyone's so progressive that the Pope is now gay. Or he's not gay, but he's like into gay people. Don't correct me. Don't correct me any further and be like, oh, well, he just said, you know, you could be a Christian and gay at the same time. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, there's like if you read that book, there's like a manual. When you go to church, there's like a manual. The Bible, I believe it's called. It says, don't be gay. Just straight up says, don't be gay. Like in old timey words, but it does say, don't be gay. So, what? Why is the Pope gay? And why does he live in that gigantic mansion? He does live in a gigantic mansion. I don't think Jesus would be cool with that either. But let's get back to this tranny. Who is single? If anyone wants to fix they, them, takers? No? Okay.
Weirdest part.
Okay,
Jason claims in
fine.
most
You guys
of his
are a bunch of
videos
bigots.
that he doesn't shower because his religion supposedly forbids it. Yup, you heard that right.
What, like Rastafarianism? What religion forbids bathing? Because there's a lot of religions that are specific about bathing, but like you should remain clean, like have a level of cleanliness. Muslims do this thing called voodoo, something like that. It's some sort of a cleaning ritual before they go and rape chicks, I guess. But there is specific bathrooms in Canada where they have specific stalls where Muslims go and commit this ritual where they clean their feet and like their hands and stuff like that. But I think that's it. And people have been taking dumps in them. And hilarious, that's exactly what I would do, right? It kind of looks like a toilet or a urinal or something like that. And you take a dump in it and it just kind of sits there all propped up. Like, imagine that. You're going to go do your silly thing, and then you're going to go to the voodoo chamber, and then there's just a big fat stinking turd just slouched up against the side. What's up? What do you do with that? I'll get angry and start stabbing people, I guess.
You smell like ass. And
Take a shower.
no, it's against my religion.
Really? Just take a shower, dude. I'm serious.
No,
Cocksucking religion. This dude sucks cocks.
I'm not showering.
Well, I don't really know which religion orders something creepy like this. Christianity, Muslim, Hinduism, or Jasminism. The chances are it's the last one.
I'm not gonna shower. I'm on day 20. I'm not taking no shower.
Dude, you're going to get like an infection. 20 days without a shower. Even cavemen hopped in the river every once in a while, right? Even French people shower occasionally. But like 20, like that's a long time to go without a shower. And that's not even the least repulsive thing. That's not the most repulsive thing about you. The way you like hold your shirt up and then the voice and everything else. There's a lot about you that's very off-putting. And if I saw you in public, I would try to steer my family away from you because you seem dangerous, right? Not that you're stinky, right? There's a lot of stinky people out there, right? I have been in cabs with Indian people. Holy shit. I mean, like, it is bad. Some Indian people smell so bad. I'm like, how do you not know? Why didn't the Uber driver say anything? Because it was one of those rideshare things. Why didn't the Uber driver say anything when you got into his car? Because if I was that Uber driver, I'd be like, get the fuck out of my car, dude. You reek. You need to take a shower. It's not that he's stinky. It's that he's like a homosexual or something like that. And I think they're dangerous. I think they murder people and like diddle kids and stuff. But that's just my opinion. Oh, and statistical facts as well. Every serial killer Everyone.
Y'all
Everyone.
saying it's my body, my choice. I'm not taking a shower. And when my baby is born, they will not be participating.
I'm sorry. Your what? Your baby? There's no baby in there. No baby in there. There's no baby. There's just farts and McDoubles in there. That's what that is.
And shower activities as well, like her mama. At the end of the day, y'all.
David says, look up the statue of the guy who stabbed Jesus. He looks like a god. Who? Pontius Pilate? I don't know my Bible stories all that well. Was that Pontius Pilate? Something like that? I don't know. Okay, I'll look it up. Why not?
Is jealous and y'all is mad and y'all want to be like me so badly, but for some reason it's some animosity towards me for no reason. I guess I just look good and I'm the queen and I'm not.
Nah, you're not a queen.
Showering.
The internet is full of strange.
Longinus. So he stabbed Jesus and they made him into some sort of... Why? Why would they do that? I don't understand why they would do that. I'm not going to look into it, but that seems like a weird thing to do.
But Jasmine has managed to set a new...
At the Vatican. And the Vatican is a very strange place because also at the Vatican, that like chamber with like the demons and stuff like that, it's shaped like a snake's head. And I'm like, are you guys really... You guys aren't being subtle about your symbolism here. It seems like the Vatican is not on the side that they claim to be, if you know what I mean. That's just what I mean. Let me look it up. Vatican. Okay. There's a cat.
Low bar for attention seeking. He's not just embarrassing himself, he's actively making everyone else question why they're
I've been
even
there,
watching.
by the way.
And honestly,
I've been to the
that's
Vatican.
probably the only impressive thing about him. From flying across the country to confront a Dua Lipa fan over a petty Twitter spat, to claiming he's pregnant with Diddy's baby, Jasmine's...
Did he? Did that? Diddy did do that. Did he bang this queen? See, look at that. See with the, it's a snake. It's got the eyes and then the fangs right here. And then also you see back here, this is the statue there. That's not very, can I get a little bit more pixels here? Can I get a few more pixels? Just a scrap of pixels, please. It's Jesus, apparently in hell. So I don't know if like that's, I don't know much about Catholicism. I don't, but that seems like you're not like, you're not on the right side. That just seems weird. That seems weird. It looks like the final boss of like a Final Fantasy game, right? That's or Parasite Eve, if you guys remember that game. That's an old school game. That's an old reference. If you guys don't know what Parasite Eve, I don't blame you. That's like PlayStation 1.
Branches is endless as it is baffling. I mean, who wakes up one day and thinks, you know what?
David Thoreau says, in the Vatican, positively Talmudic. Yeah, it definitely seems like that, right? Because the Jews think Jesus is in hell, and there's a lot of like viper imagery around, and it's sus. It's suspect. At the very least, it's extremely suspect. And why have a heroic statue of the guy who stabbed Jesus? It seems like that would be a bad guy. But who knows? Who knows? A lot of people have the argument that Judas is not actually a bad person because he had to do what he had to do in order for Jesus to be sacrificed for all of our sins. So he wasn't being the bad guy. So maybe it's something like that. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's an argument out there. But there's some suspect things going on. But I have been there. The Vatican. And it's beautiful. The ceiling with the paintings and stuff. Yeah. It's very, very ornate. And it seems like it costs a lot of money. Seems like Jesus spoke against rich people a lot. And for them to live in a palace seems antithetical to that. But who am I? I'm not a part of the clergy. I'm not a man of the cloth or anything like that. So, maybe they can justify it in their own heads in a way that maybe if they explained it to me would make sense. I'm open. My DMs are open. Go ahead, Pope. What is his name? Francis? I have no idea. Slide into my DMs. I'll shoot you a couple nudes, maybe a couple nip shots on the free, and we'll get to chatting. See if we can, work this out.
I'm going to spend hundreds of dollars just to show up at someone's doorstep.
Yeah, they do have the
because they
Swiss
don't
guard.
like my favorite
They're Italians, right? They're Italian guard, but they have a very specific look about them, and they're very fruity. They're very fruity looking. And they just stand there. They're not doing much. But there's a big wall around that thing.
celebrity. It's fandom gone horribly wrong.
Pamonkey says, boop.
Can I talk?
Nipple boop. Nipple. What is your guys' fascination with my nipples? My nipples are normal sized for a man. I don't know why everyone's so obsessed with them. Is it my physique in general? Don't be gay. There's Swiss Army in Italy. Okay, I believe that.
From LA to Phoenix, ordered an Uber to show up to my house with the intentions of hurting me and my family.
Can we just talk?
Your family? Dude, you're hurting your family way more than anybody else could. Like, you're their precious baby boy that was born perfect and in the image of God, and then you grew up to be this little tool bag that pretends he's a girl and like wears dresses in the mirrors and refuses to shower. That would piss me off. That would make me angry. But I'm a father, and I'm here in my kid's life. And so my kid even started to do stuff like that. I would not accept him, right? And that could be seen as like, okay, in California, if you don't accept a transgender child and you don't like give it hormones and stuff like that, that is seen as child abuse, and they'll come and like try to take your kid away. Luckily, we live in Florida, and there's much better parental protections here. So, but that's crazy. The school system in California can actually administer puberty blockers to your child should they wish, against the wishes and the knowledge of the parents. So is the public education system in California the parent, or are the actual parents the parents? Who gets the say? Because there's tons of people pulling their kids out of public education, and I don't blame them. Oh, by the way, the IRS is firing thousands of agents, or preparing to fire thousands of agents, because Trump is reeling back on them, which, good, fantastic. The IRS has been nothing but a problem, and they drain people's money just to give it to people in Israel, and like kickbacks for the big guy and stuff like that, and Ukraine and shit. Like, so more people getting to keep their money, I see is an absolute win. There's a bunch of liberals online saying like, oh, well, this is only going to help the billionaires. Billionaires. You got fooled. Seriously, dude. Like, look at yourself. Look what you're doing right now. You're defending the IRS. Do you understand that? Do you understand that you're so deeply indoctrinated that you're actually defending the people who routinely screw you over every single year? Do you understand that? Even if it was only helping the billionaire class, which I cannot see how that could be. Even if that was, wouldn't just weakening the IRS in general be a net positive? How are you possibly arguing that keeping the IRS with 100,000 agents a good move? How is that a good move? I just don't understand, right? When people love their own servitude, that's exactly, it's like getting your neck stomped on by a boot and be like, that's a nice boot. You know, yeah, I don't want that boot to get any like less hefty. That's a good boot. It's retarded. Why would you possibly argue? Do you not pay taxes? Do you not have the concept that if you do not throw them your money, you will end up in jail? Do you understand that? How are you defending the IRS? What position are you in where you are not affected by this? I don't understand. Like, if it's only going to help the billionaires, what? How is it them less likely to audit you? Which is just, of course, that's the natural outcome of having less agents, right? They're less likely to audit you because of just pure manpower. How is that a negative on your life? How? Please explain to me how. I would love to hear your argument. You and the Pope hit my DMs, okay? I want to hear your sides. I don't want to just hear the cliff notes and be like, oh, well, that doesn't make much sense, but maybe they have, a good argument. I haven't heard shit. Even the memes that they make about it are just like, that's not a meme. That's a text wall. That's a text wall with a stupid cartoon that has nothing to do with anything here. Give me an argument. Please hit me with an argument. For the love of God, hit me with an argument. How is this bad for you as a citizen?
Encouraging others to attack my family via online.
For real, imagine this guy opening his door, seeing Jasmine there and saying, "Sir, this is a Wendy's."
David says, is Ron Paul going to audit the Fed, I assume? Because that would be sick. Okay, so auditing the Fed is like, okay. The Federal Reserve is not federal at all. The Federal Reserve isn't owned by the American people. It's not owned by the American government. It's owned by private families that we are not allowed to know who they are. So for them to audit the Fed, they would need to know who owns the Fed. And knowing who owns the Fed would be, they would argue it as like a threat to national security, knowing who owns the Fed. So auditing the Fed, even though it would be righteous, dude, and like kick absolute ass, and it would solve like so many problems. I really kind of doubt it, but if I am wrong, I will be elated because the Fed lends money that it does not have, right? At interest to the American people, and it expects that money to be returned to it. But remember, it didn't have the money in the first place. So it's just saying you have $1, even though they didn't have $1. You have $1. Why do they get that power? That's the real question. Why do they have the power to say we borrowed $1 from them? We should be creating our own currency, right? As a country, that's what countries do. Why did we hand over the control of our money printing to who knows? To who fucking knows? This goes back to Jekyll Island in 1913. If you guys don't know the entire story of the creation of the Federal Reserve, look into it. It's very interesting. And the Titanic sinking a year before is actually deeply connected, right? The people that were on that Titanic were actually, several of them were very wealthy and opposed to the Federal Reserve, the creation of the Federal Reserve. And it just so happened to conveniently sink in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Very convenient. Oh, and it didn't have any lifeboats. Also, insanely convenient. Also, these people got free tickets. Lots of convenient things happen. A lot of crazy coincidences happen. But yeah, auditing the Federal Reserve would be monumental. It could also completely collapse the economy because our economy is a Ponzi scheme. It's a Ponzi scheme. And just mathematically, it has to collapse at some point. But somebody auditing the Fed would be the pin that pops the balloon, if you know what I mean. That would do it. So would it be good? Yeah. In the long term, yeah, it would be a complete net positive. In the short term, it could be very difficult. Very difficult. But I think they would rather have a worldwide war before they were allowed to audit the Fed. That's what they would cause a war before the Fed would be up for audit. It's because the US dollar is the only thing you can buy oil in, right? So if the dollar collapses, then you can't buy oil. Nobody can. Nobody on the earth can, because it's the only currency that is allowed to be. You can only pay for oil in American currency everywhere. A lot of countries tried to subvert this and go around this. I think Russia is currently trying to do that, and that's why people aren't very happy with Russia. But other countries like Egypt and the one Gaddafi was in charge of tried to do that. Tried to set up a gold-backed currency, which we used to have. We used to have like physical metal-backed currency until the 70s. I think Nixon decided to say, nope. Nope, not anymore. Now we're going completely fiat. And fiat means that it's backed by nothing. Fiat is an Italian word that means by force. But yeah, it's not backed by anything now. So it's imaginary. It's completely imaginary. So yeah, anybody who's tried to even touch the Fed, even mess with the Fed a little bit, has had their brains just explode. JFK tried to do the exact same thing. He tried to make the greenback, right? He also tried to scatter the CIA to the wind and, audit the Fed and stuff like that. But yeah, it didn't work out. It didn't work out for him. Apparently Trump dodges bullets like Neo from the Matrix, though. So I think we might have a chance this time. Oh, God, I wish that happens. I really do wish that, he comes out and he's like, we're going to audit the Fed, and just watch so many people flip out. It would cause a war. It would cause an international conflict. There would be no way around it. There would be no way around it.
Cassidy's almost impressive.
Mr. Blue.
Jasmine is the grand master of rage bait, and it's not unclear to see his videos are only made for the views. But apart from his wildly crazy claims like being pregnant, every aspect of his life are aligned to get more controversy.
David Thoreau says 1913, $100 equals $100. 2013, $100 equals $3. So, yes, I've heard this term that the U.S. dollar, since the creation of the Federal Reserve, has lost 97% of its value. But you don't believe that. I don't believe inflation statistics. I don't believe inflation counters and stuff, because you have to understand that from 1913 to 2013, the amount of work it took to produce a particular product dropped significantly, right? So you might have had to work all day to afford a chocolate bar that was like $1 or something like that. But we don't have to do that because we have technology that brings chocolate to us at a much cheaper rate. So instead of losing 97%, I think it would probably have lost like 99.99999%, like almost all of it. We just are more efficient at creating things, but our money is much more valueless than it was back then. You could get an ounce of gold back in 1913 for $20. Now an ounce of gold is $2,500. I haven't checked it lately. $2,500. That's a good metric. Gold is a good metric because there is a certain amount of it. It takes a certain amount of time to pull it from the ground. It comes out of the ground at a very precise rate that we can measure. So the price of gold is a good reflection of the devaluation of our currency. A lot of people don't say that. Don't listen to them. They're fucking retarded or on the take. So yeah.
In spotlight from the internet, and this has been proven in one of his tweets saying being trans is an abnormality. The dude just presents himself as a trans woman and screams all day, every day on others to call.
David says Titanic Olympic switch. Yeah, I've heard something about that conspiracy. I don't know a lot about it. Something where the Olympic, which is Titanic's sister ship, was sank instead. And then the Titanic was taken somewhere else or something. I don't know. I've heard of that conspiracy. I haven't looked into it.
Call him as a woman, then says trans is a mental illness. This is just ridiculous. Before we delve into the deepest rabbit hole, let's first see who Jasmine is.
Homeless and just hit 300K. On what? What, like Insta? Does Insta pay anything? I mean, I'm sure it pays something, but like anything good? It just doesn't seem like it would pay that much. Twitter doesn't pay shit, right? You can have 1 million subs, and then you make like what? A couple $100 a week? I don't know the exact numbers, but it's not a lot.
Jasmine is a TikToker with over 200,000 followers and counting. His real name isn't Jasmine, rather David Corrales, and he's born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, until his family moved to LA. He has a Spanish origin, and he also speaks Spanish.
Gay Spanish.
But despite all this, Jasmine claims
that was a bad.
He is black, and the reason
I wouldn't care if you were black.
people hate on him is because he's black.
So at the end of the day, y'all just hate me because I'm black, and that's...
No. Even if you were black, I would hate you for so many other reasons, right? Like black would be like the last reason I would hate you. But you know, if you were just black and like cool and not like one of those crime blacks, then I'd be like, all right, he seems fine. But like the rest of it is the problem. The rest of it is the real issue. And he probably is a crime black. I mean, not the black part, but just a person of crime, I call them.
It's real.
A POC.
Okay, wow. So now it's because he's black? Seriously? Let's unpack that nonsense real quick. First of all, Jan.
Blue says Trump probably shouldn't ride in any top-down convertibles. How stupid was JFK? I mean, what was it just a different time? You're really putting your finger in the eye of a lot of very powerful corporations. And even before he did this, he was all like, there is a shadow government whose plan is to enslave every man, woman, child in this country. And I intend to expose it before the end of my term. And then he's like, I'm going to go ride around in Texas with a top-down convertible and just, see what happens. See what happens. What, dude? He might have died before that. Honestly, though. He might have died before that, and then they just put a JFK double in that car and then blown his brains out. You ever think about that? They assassinated JFK on, like, Air Force One, and then they told a JFK double to get in the limousine because JFK wasn't feeling very well. All politicians have doubles. Biden had several. Biden had several doubles. Just because he couldn't like talk or like get up a lot of the time. So you very clearly saw doubles. You know how you can tell? People have specific ears. There's either lobes. Yeah, look at my ears. There's lobes that are connected that go like that, or lobes that are disconnected, and that is a genetic trait. And you'll see Biden speaking at one place with connected earlobes, and then at another place with disconnected earlobes. That's obviously an oversight. Right. They didn't think people would actually see that. But that means it's a totally different person. First of all, your earlobes don't connect and then disconnect like that. And yeah, I'm not blaming him for having doubles. All politicians have doubles. I'm sure Trump probably has a double or two as well. But yeah, it's possible that JFK was already dead by the time whoever got shot in that car was shot in that car.
Jasmine, people aren't coming for you
It's just a guess. It's possible. I don't know.
because of your supposed skin color. They're coming for you because your behavior is straight up.
Mr. Blue says, were his doubles drugs so they'll be equally unintelligible? No. Sometimes he was able to speak well enough and eloquently enough. It's just sometimes he was not. Right? So sometimes when he could speak, you could clearly see that that was not the right guy. The one who mumbles and that's the real Biden, right? They're not going to get a double that can barely remember his own name. Okay? That was the real Biden. The guy who can speak, which actually was a little bit taller and like a little bit better built, that was the double. I counted, there was at least one Biden double. There might have been two. But doubles are expensive. Political body doubles are pricey because you have to get them like surgery and like you have to get somebody that already kind of looks like the guy. So the premium is they get paid pretty well. And then afterwards they have to get surgery again, or doubles are expensive. And even if they're kind of rare, so you can only have a couple. Although I think Stalin had a bunch of them.
Up creepy. It's not hate. It's people reacting to the
Triples is
bizarre
best. I agree.
fringe-
I mean, do you guys know if this is the real John? Do you know if I'm the real John or I could be a body double? Right? And the real John is actually just like in some sort of stasis. You know, I'm frozen in one of those life extension pods, and I've been frozen for years. Or he's been frozen for years. Whatever. I don't know. I could be a double myself. You got to watch it. See? That's why I showed you my ears. See? Look. They're disconnected. All right? So, take note. If there's a John that comes here and he's got connected earlobes, shoot him. Shoot him dead. Right? Because I'm the real John.
Or these stunts you pull every day. Also, let's not forget the fact that you're
Mr. Blue says, let's see the nipples. I can't fake those. I can't, right? It's Valentine's Day, and my wife says you have to donate to see my nipples. I was going to because I'm like, you know, loose and free with my body. But she says she calls the shots because she's my pimp apparently, and I don't want to get slapped around anymore. And she's strong.
or not even black. The receipts are there, my
See,
guy.
there we go.
So
Couch
what-
Surfing says $20 gets a nip. A nip gets nip. Just one nip? Not the set. 40 bucks for the set.
What's the plan here? Are you just throwing this excuse around to
Whatever.
dodge accountability? Because if that's the case, it's
I mean, you guys aren't spending it on Valentine's dates. That's pretty clear.
not just cringe, it's downright.
Might as well
embarrassing.
spend it on
And
us.
Just when you think the
On me.
cringe can't possibly escalate any further, Jasmine takes a deep dive into even
There's a lot of trans people that are homeless. And you need to be like mentally creative to be homeless. There's already people that are homeless already suffer from like mental illness and stuff. So it makes a lot of sense that a lot of trans people are also homeless because they're suffering from the illness of body dysmorphia or gender dysmorphia. And so that's probably not the only ingredient in the gumbo that is their mental health, you know. So it doesn't surprise me that they're fat and homeless too, because also being fat is a reflection of your mental health. Being physically unfit, your body is a reflection of your mental health. Just to be clear. So if you look like shit on your outside, your upstairs probably also is shit. That's That's science. That's facts.
even murkier waters. Buckle up because this next part is a masterclass in how to weaponize absurdity for attention. This dude is just the embodiment.
Mr. Blue says $20 per nip, $45 for the pair. So it's a deal. It's a package deal.
Of selling your dignity for
You saved -$5.
a TikTok view. No doubt about that. But promoting
I
and
like that
celebrating
deal.
something as nasty as not showering for weeks is just the grossest thing one could do.
So why does it matter if I
Dude, can you imagine the smell of this dude's gooch? It's probably heinous. Like heinous. And hopefully he's pre-op, right? Because the post-op is probably just like infection and poop and like, I don't know, stitches and I don't know, man. It's probably god awful. It smells like sin. It smells like how hell would smell like. Like when you go into the gates of hell, you smell a trans man's gooch. That has to be it's got to be filled with maggots and shit. You know, and they don't even know. They just think that that's their flora, and it's coming along nicely. That one was too much for me. I'm sorry. I apologize.
shower? I haven't showered in 17
My eyes are watering. That's fucking nasty. You ever say something so gross it like grosses yourself out? That was really bad.
days and I still smell
That was really, really bad. 3 people left because I said that.
Told you I still smell good.
Okay, so that just happened. Did anyone else feel their soul leave their body for a second? Because
Strawberry says exception if you are camping. No, there's not. No, if you're camping, you're next to like a river or a creek or like a lake or something like that where you go swim during the day and fish and stuff like that because you're not really camping unless you're next to some sort of water source. So, no, you jump in the water, okay? You give yourself a quick scrub, all right? You don't need soap. You really don't. You just need the water to like purify all the algae on your body or whatever it is, dude. He's probably got like ticks and stuff that are like just buried into his ass that like in the cheek. Ugh. Okay, I gotta stop.
I'm pretty sure mine packed its bags and walked out. Like the audacity to sit there, dig into your armpit, 17 days unshowered, and sniff it with pride? I can't decide if this is confidence or just an
Life
epic
forms,
lack
yeah,
of self-awareness. And the dude's disgusted face tells a different tale than his mouth. But let's be real for a second. Who even
I like how, Mr. Blue, did you pin your own comment?
thinks this is content? Oh, I smell good. Bro, you smell like a health hazard waiting to happen. Forget TikTok fame. You need a sponsorship from a soap company or maybe a hazmat team.
No sponsorship. No, Irish Spring is not going to sponsor this dude. Okay? But do you want that associated with your brand? Do you want that associated with your brand? Somebody who smells like a corpse? Like, worse than a corpse, right? Worse than a corpse because he's still like living and is like, his functions are still operating. So like worse than a corpse. Like really a lot worse. No, dude. I don't know what kind of sponsorship. I don't know if you make dilators, like neovaginal dilators, then you can have this guy on. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my god. It's just a big old cone. You just lather it up. And, and then you do that 2 or 3 times a day. Okay. That's what you want to do for the rest of your life. And it makes you think you're beautiful and stuff like that. And you think you're a real girl. And no one can know unless you tell them. How could you tell I was trans? The smell, bro. Like the smell. I smelt that through a brick wall. Like it's offensive. Okay. I was driving by, for God's sakes. All right. It got in the car. It ruined my interior. All right. I'm looking for some compensation. But I noticed that you're homeless as well. Should have known.
And what's wild is that he's out here acting like this is a flex. Like, look at me thriving in my own stank. No, Jasmine, just no. The rest of us are over here trying to survive, and you're
How funny is it somebody needs who calls themselves Jasmine smells like complete ass? Because Jasmine smells good, but you smell like complete ass.
out here traumatizing noses through the internet. Even people who live with him are also disgusted by his actions.
Who's neo-vaginal? Neo-vagina. Neo-vagina. Like a proto kind of, not neo-vaginal. Vaginal. No, it's not. It is, no. You're making jokes.
Why?
Keep putting your arm up.
Strawberry says yes, except for when camping, and it's too cold for that. Get in anyway. It's not too cold. It's not too cold. I don't care if there's ice in the water. Get in. Okay? Don't be a stanky bitch just because it's too cold. I mean, baby wipes, okay, fine. But like, don't just be like, I'm good. I don't stink that bad. Everyone else is fine with it, right? No, it's rude as shit, dude. It's rude as shit to everybody. So stop. I don't think this guy is hanging out with a lot of people, though.
But I can smell it.
I
I'm
don't
not trying to be
see.
mean. Just take a shower.
I'm not taking a shower.
Just take a shower. It's normal. You wake up. You go about your day. You
Not
You see the nails? You see the nails on that guy? They're hot pink. Dude, what a train wreck.
showering is one thing. Sure, it's gross, but it mostly impacts the unfortunate souls who have to share the same space with you. But Jasmine, he takes it to an entirely new level of absurd.
Mr. Blue says, can I just not go camping? Yeah, you have that option. You don't have to go camping. No one's forcing you to go camping. Camping's fun. I would like to go camping. I should go camping. But we have not gotten around to camping. You don't have to go camping, though. Yeah. You might not know this, but you don't have to go camping. You don't have to go march out in the middle of the woods and set up a tent and then just hang out until you pack up your tent and then walk out of the woods. Camping seems like a dumb vacation idea, but it's actually pretty enjoyable. This modern world that we're like entrenched in right now is it claims too many people, right? You used to be able to go camping and like not miss your phone and stuff. Those days are gone.
Absurdity by claiming that the supposed baby he's pregnant with also won't shower. Imagine that.
That's right.
And
Strawberry says you could, but it'd be a lot cooler if you did, especially if the water was too cold.
herding stinkiness for a generation. Seriously, what on earth is this madness?
I'm on day 20. I'm not taking no shower, period. Y'all is
The clap and stuff must just make the smell like proliferate in the room, right? Every time he claps, it's just like a wave of like a dense, dank scent that just, punishes your olfactory senses and like takes you to like a time, your worst memory. That's what it is. It takes you back to your worst memory. It's some sort of magic scent, right? It doesn't remind you of anything except for your worst memory. It's individual to each person, right? And somehow it does that. And it's not just the stink, it's the trannyism and the homelessness. It all combines in this confluence of stank that, when he does this, like the Hulk, right? Instead of a sound wave, it's just ass. And then everyone's like, oh God, oh no, Father O'Hara. That's what happens. That's what happens, right? Takes you back to your worst memory.
man, it's my body, my choice. I'm not taking a shower. And when my baby is born, they will not be participating in shower activities as well, like her mama. At the end of the day, y'all is jealous and y'all is mad.
How crazy do you have to be to think you're pregnant as a man? To actually have plans for your baby and claim your mama. How crazy do you have to be? You have to be like real crazy. You have to be super duper crazy. Are you letting dudes nut in you? Is that what's going on? Who's Who's knocking down this tranny that refuses to shower and then ain't pulling out of that thing, right? And then you're like, oh, I'm pregnant because another homeless dude nut in my ass. No, whatever. If you were pregnant, it would just, you would take a shit and it would be covered in cum. And then you'd be like, that's my baby. It smells just like me. And that's how you would know. And sorry, I'm holding it together. I'm about to cry.
Not only is Jasmine claiming
I'm gonna make
to be
myself
pregnant,
cry.
which,
This is
let's be
terrible.
honest, is already enough to fry your last brain.
Strawberry says, we is jealous and we is mad. Y'all just jealous and you mad because I'm black. You just jealous and I'm mad. I'm black and I haven't showered for 20 days and I smell good. I smell good and I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. You know, some homeless guy nutted my ass. And then I farted and I was like, I could tell I was pregnant. Dude, you're going to hell. You're going to hell. Right? I mean, I don't know how you're getting there, but I'll send you there a la Doom if I have to, right? I'll do like one of those finisher moves where I like pull your head off and the spine comes out with it. No, I will not accept these people. I will not be tolerant. Fuck tolerance. I think people have had enough of tolerance. Tolerance had a run. It had a run. And people are like, we should be tolerant and stuff like that. And you know what? We just kept being tolerant and tolerant and tolerant. And then society just started to crumble. And then people are like, yo, okay, we can be tolerant, but we also need to like have a society and be able to walk outside without getting raped by some tranny who thinks he's pregnant. You know, we need to like have a society where we can raise our kids and stuff like that. And they're not getting like snuck up on in the girls' restroom by some like 6'5" tranny who thinks he's a girl and shit like that. And he tucks his wiener in and he's all like, look, no penis. There's a penis there, dude. There's a penis. It's just pointing out the back. Like that Ace Ventura Pet Detective. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Brain cell, but now he's saying the baby won't shower.
See if I get
either?
that clip.
I mean, this man didn't just jump
Right
off
now,
the deep
we'll
end.
wait.
He built a house there. And let's not forget the fact that this pregnancy is just another one of his clout-chasing stunts. Like, does Jasmine wake up every morning, look in the mirror, and ask, how can I make the internet collectively lose faith in humanity today? Because if so,
Okay, I'm going to do it right here. Hold on. Classic. This is a classic one.
What the hell does Lois Einhorn have to do with Ray Finkel? Come on, think! Finkel and Einhorn in it together. How? Why?
Classic hair. Jim Carrey's going to hell, by the way. He was definitely on that island. And yep. He sold his soul a long time ago.
All right, here we go. Answer's right there. Just gotta get some blood to the brain. Finkel and Einhorn. 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 Finkel. Einhorn. Finkel. Finkel. Einhorn and Finkel. Finkel.
This was back when it was like okay to make jokes about stuff like this. Better times.
Quitter. What do you want?
It's a dog.
I don't have any food for you.
Strawberry says, oh yeah, he's a sick pup.
I have to have money to buy food. I have to have a dolphin to get the money. I don't see a dolphin around here. Do you?
Mr. Blue says we're all probably going to hell. Well, I hope you're like my coordinator, right? You're like the guy who shows me around hell and be like, this is like the activity square. This is the quad. You get to play frisbee, and there's a slackliner over there, and that's Jim Carrey on the slackline. And then there's the juice bar. It's the juice bar. There's not like pineapple there. It's
Let's face it. Your master is a loser. Lou Hill.
Oh, it's the hair. I get it. And he comes to the realization, I gotta watch this movie again. I haven't seen... I feel like I don't watch movies anymore because I just don't have the time. And I have kids. I have young children and stuff. And they monopolize the TV with their various TV shows and stuff like that. I don't get to watch adult movies or anything like that. I'm not talking porno or anything like that. Just normal movies where I would find them entertaining and stuff. I don't get to watch that anymore. Everything is family. So I'm like, oh, I miss movies.
That's it. That's it. Einhorn is Finkel.
Yeah, Couch Surfing says we rarely watch anything. And it's stupid because we pay for all the subscriptions. We have Hulu, we have Max, we have like Netflix. We pay for all of them. We never use any of them. Maybe like Netflix and YouTube. I use YouTube, but we never use any of that shit. I don't know why, but I'm not willing to get rid of them. No, because there could be a time when I have a free hour in my life, which never happens, but I have the hope. You know, if I'm not like taking my kid to the hospital for falling out of a tree or some shit like that. God, $600 for 6 stitches with insurance, with good insurance. I have good health insurance, and $633, by the way, $633 for 6 stitches. My God, dude, that is ridiculous. But anyways, back to Jim Carrey realizing he kissed a tranny.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. Oh my God! Einhorn is a man.
The Crying Game. They're playing The Crying Game, which actually is an interesting movie. Has anybody seen The Crying Game? It has that very androgynous actor from Stargate, which is another classic movie, right? Stargate. It's a decent movie. It's got the guy with the one eye like this. With this kind of eye. God, I can't remember names right now. Doesn't matter. Crying Game is actually an interesting movie. It's worth a watch. But yeah, that guy has a penis too. JD says, I think he liked it. You think? I don't think Jim Carrey's gay. I don't think he's gay. Kevin Spacey, Diddy, basically all black rappers are gay. Did you hear that conspiracy? That's a crazy one. How the music industry made rappers sing about how gay was bad, but it turned out that all rappers were gay. I mean, if you look at Tupac, there's something going on. Tupac used to do ballet. Like the dancing with the tutus and stuff. I don't know if he wore a tutu, but he was in ballet. I'm not saying every ballerina is gay. I don't know if that's the word. But it's definitely sus. It's definitely sus, bro. That's sus. That's so sus. And then you dying like 25 or 30 years early, that is also very gay. That seems very gay. Gay people don't live long for a very good reason. Despite what you've heard, says, yeah, comedies used to be funny. What happened to that? What happened to when comedies, you just sit down, you watch a movie, and then you would laugh, and now every movie is like, I've been a bigot. Yeah, every comedy movie you've ever seen recently has been like, you know what? I had women Ghostbusters wrong. You know, women really can write comedy and be Ghostbusters and blah, blah, blah. And then you just want to get the angle right, right? You have to get the angle right. We've talked about this. Why can't shit just be funny? Why can't shit just be funny anymore? Like, even the stuff, I want to say there's stuff that's like not political these days, but I can't think of shit. I can't think of a movie that didn't have a tranny in it, or like some black guy nailing a white chick, or like something that would just make you go like, oh, God. And it feels like the writing is just forced, and it's just not entertaining. It's not entertaining. Why isn't there entertaining movies anymore? I'm sick of Marvel. I never liked it to begin with, but I'm sick of it now. You keep making new Marvels, and then people ask me, oh, did you see the new Marvel movie? No, of course not, because I'm not a queer, dude, and that's gay. That shit's gay. I'm sorry. You like Marvel movies? You gay. What? You're gonna dish out this same old slop, and I'm supposed to spoon it up and be like, oh, this is slightly different. Boo. All those movies are just made for people in China anyway. It all comes down to money, and there's no art in it anymore, right? There used to be movies made for American audience, like The Godfather and shit, and you know, Saving Private Ryan, and a lot of very good movies from like the 90s and the 80s, and even in the early 2000s. But once you get to like 2015-ish, something like that, shit got so gay. And I mean that in a non-literal sense, but also pretty gay in a literal sense too. Right? It's just weak, man. You don't have to put an agenda in every fucking movie. We get it, okay? You're trying to destroy the country. Hollywood is the bad guys, all right? That's the overarching plot that we're in. The people who work in Hollywood are evil. We get it. Yawn. Okay? We get you're trying to push homosexuality on kids and interracial relationships on, you know, the whites. Stop. Okay? Stop. We want movies back, all right? And if we don't get fucking movies back, if we don't get some basic entertainment, then shit's about to get real. Because that's the only reason we kept you around. Okay? Make movies good. Make movies good again. All right? Before shit gets real. Before shit gets fucking real. Make movies good again. Don't make some gay black guy the head or anything like that. Don't have some tranny lead. You know, nobody wants to see Elliot Page in anything. In anything. All right? When she was a cute girl, that was fine. Still kind of sucked, but it was fine, right? You know, Juno was boring. But, God, what was she in that was even halfway decent? Okay, she's not a very good actor. But come on, man. We know you have the ability, right? There's perfectly good writers out there today. You just got to stop forcing politics down people's throats, dude. It's annoying. People watch movies for escapism. Not to like think and be like, I really have been a bigot. I'm going to start sucking the next dude's dick I see just because I'm an ally. No. It's so fucking gay. It's so lame. You know, I'm sad for my kids because they're going to grow up and not have any good movies from their childhood that they remember fondly and be like, oh man, that was a classic. Like I did. I have those movies, right? There's E.T. and then there's Star Wars. It was a little bit before my time, but I remember growing up watching the early Star Wars and like, this is pretty good. I like these movies. But then it just got shitty. Everything got shitty. And it's not just because I grew up and got jaded. Bull fucking shit. It's not just because I grew up and got jaded and I have to like work and worry about money and stuff like that. Bullshit. It sucks because it sucks. That's why. It fucking sucks. Make better movies. Just do it. Just make better movies and stop trying to hypnotize everyone into like supporting Israel or some fucking bullshit about being gay. No one gives a shit. Even if you did manage to make a movie that was about like tranny bisexual people of color, you know, saving the moon from some bad guy trying to ass fuck it or something like that, and it was a watchable movie, I would watch it. I would honestly watch it, and I would try to filter out as much as the gay as possible. But you know, when you just throw softballs and then pack all this unnecessary bullshit in it, it's not worth it to anybody. It's not worth it to me. You know, it's not. Get your shit together. Make better movies, or we will glass that entire city. I promise you. Despite what we've heard, says Ellen Page was hot and Super with Rainn Wilson. I was thinking of that movie, Super, right. That was okay. That was all right. Mr. Blue says John's going to punch all the movie people till movies are good again. If I have to, and I was like, if I was sure that was going to work, oh, I would be busting heads, dude. I would be busting heads. I'd be walking into Hollywood, into like, you know, wherever, the movie studios, and I would just be busting people up, dude, with a bat like wrapped in barbed wire. And I'd be like, I'm here to fucking save some culture. And I'd just start crunching, dude. And I'd go to the crafts table and I'd take a lot of it and I would eat it because it's free, you know. But then I'd start busting and then the blood get all over the table. And I'd be like, I am so sorry. That was lobster. But, you know, after that, I think it would work. If that would work, I would be on. I would do it. We would walk in there like the fucking guardian angels. All of us. Me and all of you guys. We'd have the beret, right? We'd have the fucking suspenders and shit like that. People would be scared. Good. Write better shit. Okay? That's it. You ruined comedy for me, too. You ruined comedy. Stand-up comedy used to be insightful and funny and like, you know, it would actually make you think and be like, maybe I should reconsider my opinions and stuff like that. Now it's just some big fat lesbian telling us how funny she is, or Amy Schumer being like, my vagina stinks. We know, Amy. We know. We know. That's not comedy, all right? That should be filed under nonfiction, and no one gives a shit, okay? Why can't it just people need to fucking stop, all right? There's so many talented comedians out there. Trust me, I worked in stand-up for a long time. There's very talented comedians that don't get shit for stage time. You know why? Because they're white. But even if they're black, if they're actually legitimately funny, they're not joking about, they're saying like, what's with all the trans shit? They're actually funny, and they can't have that. No, you get an Amazon special if you're like, oh, gay people are so innocent and blah, blah, blah. You know, the exact same things that they always fucking say. And it's just like, boo. Comedy is hard. And people work for years at it. And for you just to put up some fucking dyke because she is a dyke pisses people off. Not only in the audience, but all other comics that have been working for decades sometimes to even make a decent 5 minutes. Okay? It's disrespectful to everybody involved. Boo. See, this would be unacceptable because he kissed a tranny, right? In modern Jim Carrey, if he found out he kissed a tranny, he'd be like, yes, Finally, I kissed a dude tranny. Oh, yeah. And it wouldn't be funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. Okay, that's the end of that. I kind of got lost in what I was talking about. Yeah, this one.
Bravo, he's crushing it. Also, didn't this guy just say his religion?
Despite what you've heard, says, dude, it's Valentine's Day. Relax, you're not wrong. Just saying. You know, I don't know if this show is good for me. I don't know if this show right here is good for my blood pressure or like my brain tumor. I think I'm just feeding it, right? I'm just feeding it. And it's like, I'm getting bigger. I don't know, dude. This is venting for me, okay? If I didn't do this here, I'd be doing it, I don't know, on a bridge somewhere where there's a lot of wind. And I'd be looking down and I'd be like, man, just write better movies. Suicide jokes, everybody.
Doesn't allow him to shower?
You smell like ass.
And
Take a shower.
no, it's against my religion.
Now here's where things get really weird. The guy claims his lack of showering is somehow tied to his religion. What religion exactly? Jasminism? The Church of Stink? Because I can't think of a single belief system outside of maybe a very niche Reddit thread that would encourage you to go full cave.
Redditology. Reddit. Anybody on Reddit. You know the people on Reddit fucking stink. I mean, what? Anybody who doesn't stink on Reddit is a bot. Or an absolute troll, because I was on Reddit and I was a troll, and they really did not like me. They did not like me. I should get back on Reddit. I should, just for the material. But I know I couldn't help myself, and I know I would just rip those people to shreds, and they would ban me immediately. Reddit is propaganda. That's all it is. It's just propaganda. And I'm fine with that. You know, Reddit be Reddit. And the only people on Reddit are Redditors. And every time I see a Redditor who like believes in the Reddit stuff, you know how they look. It's uncanny, dude. You have no variation in the physiognomy of the people that go on Reddit. Why? You ever study that? They all think they're big scientists and stuff, and they're enlightened geniuses. They're all faggots, dude.
Man for clout. Here's what really gets me. This isn't just cringe. It's a calculated cringe. Jasmine knows exactly what he's doing, and he's doing it because he knows people will react. Rage bait is his bread and butter, and he's accomplished his goal from world...
Rage bait, I mean, there's a lot of people who do rage bait. That's not my forte. I'm not good at rage bait. Some people are really, Angela Belcamino, she does rage bait. There's a lot of people who do rage bait. And like, I don't necessarily have a problem with that. You know, you got to do what you got to do. And if it gets you views, it gets you views. And yeah, people get triggered, and then they want to post comments and be like, ugh, that's such a stupid idea. I could point out, yeah, you can. You can point out how that's a stupid idea. But you know what you're doing? You're engaging. And that's what they're doing. They're farming engagement. Even if they're not doing it consciously. You know, rage baiters are making money off of pissing you off. I have no problem with that. If they can do that, they can do that.
World star on Facebook to every clip pages on Twitter has been talking about this dude not showering. But plot twist, after all that noise, all the claims about religion, and the whole I'm too controversial to shower act, Jasmine finally take...
That's just gross, though, man. I mean, like, you're just not showering. I know you're not showering to make yourself... Like, I know that's for, like, views and clicks, and people would be like, oh. But, like, your personal hygiene... That's what you're sacrificing? That's what you're sacrificing, your personal hygiene? I just don't... That's your health, you know? That's like that Chantal. Foodie Beauty, if you probably know who she is, but if you don't, buckle up and, like, look into that lady, because she is a car wreck. I don't know if she's dead yet. She's probably dead by now. But we had a big stint of watching Foodie Beauty because it was... nightmarish, because she would smoke crack. She weighs like 400 pounds. She would smoke crack and eat big piles of food every single day, and then complain. And she would tell stories about how like she shit in somebody's bathroom, but like didn't shit in the toilet. She shit all over the floor, and then, you know, tried to clean it up with a sweater, and then gave up and left. And it was a 3-way she was supposed to be out, but she just left with shit all over the floor. And then she smokes crack, and now she's married to a Muslim. Very interesting. Very interesting. She is not doing it for rage bait. She's just legitimately out of her mind. But what was I saying about that? I lost track of what I was saying. Yeah, I lost track.
Takes a shower. And get this, the only reason he did it is because his bruja told him to. Yup, apparently if he doesn't shower, the spells and spirits can't do their thing or whatever.
I will officially be taking a shower, so watch the full video to see me, because I'm going to show a before and after. This is before.
Aeropostale. That's he's wearing Aeropostale. You're gay, man. That's gay, man. You're not a girl, dude. Just say you're gay. I mean, I'm not going to like support you or anything like that, or like be like happy that you're gay, but don't say like I'm trans and I'm pregnant with a poop baby or stuff like that. No. What am I doing? I'm asking them not to be insane, which is just futile.
Then y'all gonna see me after I'm showering. So I'm about to be taking a shower, and the only reason why I'm doing this is because my bruja person told me I have to, or bruja, which is Mexican witchcraft, which makes total sense. Here's the thing about witchcraft. It might be real. I mean, I would be... Shit has surprised me before, dude. And like the older I get, the more I'm like, okay, because I used to be like, that magic and stuff and demons, that's not nonsense. But the older I get, I'm like, And not in a sense where like people are just acting that way, but maybe they are truly embodied. They are possessed by some sort of spirits. Like, why can't that not be true? Just because we don't have physical evidence for it, it could be on some sort of quantum plane where we could not possibly gather evidence for it because it doesn't exist on our reality. So maybe walking around with an EMF meter and a fuzzy radio isn't going to do it, right? But maybe it is still there. Maybe. I'm more and more, I think that's true. I mean, the Miami Mall at the beginning of 2024, thousands of people saw something, large black spirits, manifest and float through the mall and then blink in and out of existence, of visibility, of something like that. What could that be? It could be Project Bluebeam or something like that, some sort of technology that the government has been hiding from us that they're testing. Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable. That's a perfectly reasonable response. It could also be transdimensional demons, dude. Alex Jones has been saying that for a long time. David Icke has been saying that for a long time. We all laugh at them because we think they're crazy and shit. But how many times have Alex Jones been vindicated? How many times? Like a lot of times. Okay? Like a lot of times. And he's all like transdimensional vampires and stuff like that. And now we're all like, okay, transdimensional vampires. Yeah, go. Okay. See? That's how wild the 2020s have gotten. That's how wild it's gotten. Remember when the wildest shit was like, oh, the housing market collapsed and everyone lost their jobs. Oh, no, that's terrible. Now it's all like, oh, there's demons and shit running around. There's aliens that might be abducting people. Everyone's fake. Everyone's embodied by a lizard. The moon is hollow and it's a spaceship that arrived here centuries ago. What the fuck? Why can't we just go back to watching Ninja Turtles and like, you know, enjoying movies?
Right? Why does everything have to be so fucking crazy? I'm sick of it, dude. I'm sick of it.
The spells and the spirits can't work. So that's the only reason. So don't feel complimented.
Oh, despite what you've heard, says dab break. Indeed it is, sir. Indeed it is. Please, because I'm going down a rabbit hole that you guys might be tough for you to follow, but just keep up. Keep up, you know? It's going to go fast.
Oh my God, G's been taking a shower. Oh, no, baby.
Mr. Blue says, remember when Bush did 9/11 was the craziest thing? That was the craziest conspiracy. Oh, that's silly and stuff like that. Even though it's definitely true. It's definitely true. 9/11, like building number 7 didn't just die of fright, right? Nothing hit it. It wasn't really on fire. And it just was like, I'm just going to collapse now. Okay. I'm not going to get into 9/11. I think anybody who believes the government version of 9/11 has to be lying to themselves or is just willfully ignorant. But regardless, I do remember when Bush doing 9/11 was a very far out conspiracy theory. Hell, it might have been my first conspiracy theory. I had to start somewhere. And here I am, several steps up the staircase of disbelief, as it were. And now I'm losing touch with reality, losing grasp of what is tangible in our universe. And so is everybody else. We have no idea what's real. We could have super advanced AI that the government just isn't telling us about. Every video on the internet might be AI, even the ones that look super real, right? Most people on Twitter are bots. That is a fact. That is a fact. The only reason I know you guys are real is because you donate money sometimes. And even if you weren't, if you donate money, I wouldn't care. But yeah, sometimes. That's it. That's the only clue I have. All right? I could be talking to nobody. Boy. Would that make me schizophrenic? Maybe. Yeah. Yes and no. Both are correct. I don't know what's real. And I think this might be part of it. Like, this might be part of the psyop. Just create such utter confusion that you don't even know your ass from a hole in the ground. I don't know, man. I just feel like it's coming to some sort of crescendo. Maybe we're here. Maybe we're there. Trump is trying to dismantle the IRS now. What? How? That's great. That's fantastic. I never thought I'd see that in my lifetime. RFK is the head of the FDA, something like that. So, also wild. We have quantum computers that actually reach into alternate realities just to figure out information. They extract information from parallel universes and bring them into ours. What's going on over there? Why are we in this timeline? Why aren't we in that timeline? What is going on? Are there demons in that timeline? I don't know. They sure are here, though. Terrifying Monkey says, I'm not confused. They want to kill us. Very simple. Yeah, no, that at the core of everything, that is the final goal, of course. Yes, they want to eradicate everybody on the planet, despite a couple 100 million tops to keep things running. But almost everything is going to be run by AI and robots, which is already being implemented on mass scale, and they don't want people like this around. That's the entire reason for the trans agenda, the homosexuality, the degradation of society, the COVID shot. Yeah, that's the final goal. of everything is to eradicate the so-called 8 billion people on the planet. That is it. I'm 100% positive. That is one thing I am firm about, right? I might not know what else is going on. There could be a million other things going on, and I don't have a grasp on reality when it comes to those things, but I'm sure that's true. I am positive that's true.
Claudette T hit that note, giving the buzz Ariana. But yeah, I'm about to take my shower, so I'm gonna pause the little video. Then the next clip, it's gonna be me showered, and I'm gonna be in different clothes, and my body gonna be clean. And one thing about me is I take long showers because I'm not trying to stink. So yeah, next clip.
I mean, let's just pause for a second and unpack this. Jasmine, you said you wouldn't shower because your religion supposedly forbids it and encourages being stinky.
What? Bruja.
Then you turn around and say,
Bruja is his religion, which is Mexican witchcraft. And of course he's eating Chipotle. Chipotle was good for maybe a few months after it opened. Now Chipotle is garbage and it's nasty. I'm sorry, maybe, I don't know. I haven't been to Chipotle. I used to love Chipotle. No longer. I don't, it just didn't, it's not good anymore. I don't know why. That's depressing too, because it was good.
the only reason you did shower is because your bruja told you to? This isn't just weird, it's peak cringe. Like, I genuinely don't know if this whole thing is some kind of satire or if he's just trolling.
Terrifying Monkey says David Icke has been doing lizard people since 9/11. At least. No, way before that. Way before that, dude. Have you ever seen David Icke? Have you ever, watched some of his, presentations? They're, 4 hours long. And they are in depth, dude. You can tell he puts a lot of work into them. They're entertaining. He's a good speaker, and he actually has very interesting theories. And wherever he goes, I looked into it. He is sold out. He'll book a tour. He'll be sold out a year in advance for large stadiums. And he ain't cheap to see. So he's making millions doing this. So, but that doesn't mean he's wrong. Just because somebody profits off of something doesn't mean they're wrong.
The internet for sport. And honestly, I really hope
Or
it's
lying.
satire. Because if it's not, wow, this might just cement him as the cringiest person online. The internet, of course, celebrated his sudden leap into basic hygiene. But let's be real here. Taking a shower because your bruja told you to, that's not some epic redemption arc. It's just another ridiculous chapter in Jasmine's ongoing circus of absurdity. And Jasmine, being the master of rage bait that he is, milked this moment for everything it was worth. You could practically hear the TikTok views rolling in as he proudly declared himself clean for the first time in, well, who knows how long. I mean, congrats, I guess.
How do you still look greasy, though? Do you just have, such a film on your body that, it takes a few goes before you actually get down to skin? That's nasty, dude. You still look greasy as hell. Really bad. Don't turn into this person. If you're, on the way to becoming this person, don't. Do whatever it is in your power to not become this person. That's sad.
But seriously, this whole situation feels like a fever dream wrapped in a bad sitcom plot.
This is society, right? This is society. TikTok, people are, and I'm part of it too, right? Because we show Texas street fights on Daywave. Not that I have any control over what we watch on Daywave. It's just I sit there and I make jokes and stuff, and I'm like, am I doing something positive? Am I adding to society by doing this? I mean, this show, yeah, but Daywave, I'm like, am I? It really doesn't matter because I do have fun on Daywave. So, but I'm like, is this a net positive for society? Am I actually helping people? Because that is what we're supposed to do as as humans in a society. We are meant to build society, and I want to have some sort of net positive effect for the things I do. You know, making fun of people fighting on the street in Texas, like, all the time. There's good and bad parts. I'm just saying. I'm thinking out loud.
Damn.
JD says arthritis ended Ike's footy career. Yeah, he was a professional soccer player. Or football player, JD. Right? Whatever. Yeah, apparently he was good too. And then he became an announcer for a while. And then he came out as the reincarnation of Jesus Christ. He claimed to be the reincarnation of Jesus Christ on some sort of talk show. And then people were like, "Oh, you're fucking crazy." I think he's backed off that, but he went into the entire thing about like reptilians and stuff, which might be the case. I don't know. I'm not gonna write him off right off the bat, dude, because he might be right. I don't know. Turd says, I'm adding to society and you add to my life, John. Well, thanks, bro. I appreciate that. At least that's something. Honestly, that is something. That is something. If I am adding to your guys' life and you guys add to society by being a welder or something like that, I would say that counts. That counts for something. So thank you, Turd. I appreciate that comment.
Here's the kicker. Instead of letting this be the end of his whole clout-chasing saga, Jasmine somehow managed to make it even more cringe. He went right back to his usual antics, doubling down on the chaos like nothing happened. It's almost impressive how consistent he is in being inconsistent. All right, buckle up, because this next chapter in Jasmine's never-ending saga of chaos might make you lose a little faith in humanity.
Despite says, how is having fun and brightening people's day on Daywave not positive? I understand what you mean by that. It's what I meant is like we're displaying the dregs of society, which I'm doing right now. And is putting a spotlight on that a net positive is drawing attention to people like this psychopath. Good in general for society. That is that's an honest question. I'm not like preparing to stop or anything like that. I mean, I do what I do, you know, so I'm just trying to like justify it in my own mind, how making fun of a tranny is a net positive. I understand that you guys enjoy the show, and I honestly appreciate that, and I'm flattered. However, am I doing the right thing? It's like an internal struggle. But what else am I supposed to do? Like, what am I just supposed to sit here in front of a blank screen and preach for 2 hours a night? That's kind of what I do now. Besides, it doesn't matter. I don't control anything on Daywave. So they will show the videos and I will crack jokes. That's what I do. That is my profession. That is the career I chose to follow. So you know I'm not all there upstairs. I don't know. I get lost in loops. I think too much.
This is the story of how
or
a
not
petty
enough,
Twitter feud spiraled into real-world insanity. Because, of course, Jasmine took it there.
Arden Shara says, I find that drama in general is not as a net negative. It's not constructive or applicable, but this is what entertains. People seem to find covering amazing things like great architecture or historical figures to be boring. Damn. That's very concise and very accurate, Arden Share. I am trying to get an audience, and if I were to do the wonders of Roman architecture, it would be like, well, no one's going to watch that. But am I feeding off misery? Am I profiteering off the degradation of society? Yeah. Yes, I absolutely am. I absolutely am. Is that moral? Is what I'm doing an ethical thing to do? Yes, it is providing a service to you guys, and you guys find it entertaining, but just because I'm providing a service to somebody does not mean it is ethical to do. I don't know. I'm not planning on changing anything, right? I'm just pitching philosophical concepts like, is what I'm doing ethical and positive? Is it a net benefit? It could be. It really could be, right? By shining a spotlight on the lowest parts of society, I could be doing some sort of warning, some sort of like lighthouse on the coast, or, bat signal to be like, watch out, there's rocks ahead. Look what these things are. These are signs. These are symptoms of a sick society. We want to change course. I want that to be the case. I really do. And I don't want to just be some fucking Jerry Springer who is like, look at these midgets fuck each other, right? Look at this. Look at these white trash, punch each other in the face until they start bleeding and everyone's, dead. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be Jerry Springer. I want to have a positive effect on you guys. You guys, I want to make your lives better. I truly and honestly do. Even if it's just this much, right? I'm not overestimating my influence, okay? If I can make your lives better barely, then it is worth it, right? But am I making, at the same time, get out of here. At the same time, am I making this guy's life worse? That's a legitimate question to ask. I'm increasing his fame. I'm increasing his notoriety, which feeds into his neuroses, right? We're looking at him. And just by that fact, he's like, I'm going to keep doing this for more attention. Is that positive? You can argue that all of us are playing into this and we're all guilty. So yeah, yes, if you want to look at it like that, we are all guilty, but I would be guiltier. I don't want to be guiltier. I want to be positive. I want to be good. I want to be a gain on society. This man is clearly not. He's clearly not. He's clearly not a gain. I'm trying to be some sort of role model, right? I want people to be like me. I have kids and I have a wife and I have a family and I am stable. I am a pillar of my community. You may not believe it, but it is true, right? We go and we visit other families and there's structure in our lives. I want to spread that. But I'm not highlighting that, am I? I'm highlighting this gross fucking tranny that won't take a shower. I know people aren't going to watch my kid's soccer game and be like, hey, look, we're all going over to a birthday party and we're having a good time. Really wholesome, right? I feel like my work is not resembling my life properly. It's dishonest. Am I being dishonest? I don't know. Hey, Amanda. Dr. Fink says none of us are all right, bro. You're absolutely correct. You're right. You are right. What am I trying to be a saint for? Because I have to be. I have kids. I have kids. I want society to be okay. I want us to live. I want all of us to live, even the shitty ones, right? And there's a lot of shitty ones, but it seems like no one gives a shit about the future. I care about the future. I really care about the future. I care about your future. I care about my future, my kid's future, your kid's future. I care about the future in general. There's too many people out there that don't give a fuck about it. And it makes me mad. It makes me mad because everyone's like, whatever, do whatever you want right now. Let's sex and stuff like that. Let's get drunk and fucking suck cocks and stuff. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? Stop that. You being here is a result of centuries and centuries of hard work, right? People building streets and buildings and aqueducts and like technology and society and stuff like that. And now we're just getting drunk and fucking, yeah, we're gonna fuck and shit like that. Stop it. Stop that. Stop being a little faggot, okay? All right? You got shit to do. You have a responsibility by the mere fact that you exist to get something done, to move society forward, okay? Stop being a little fucking degenerate faggot. That's what I want. Stop it. Stop that. So that's maybe why I do it. That's why I exemplify these people. I'm like, look at this guy. Look at this train wreck. Right? When you drive by a car wreck, do you just speed on by? Or do you slow down and be like, oh, I'm glad I didn't do that. Yeah. No. He didn't brake in time. Yeah, it was the guy in the Tacoma's fault for sure. Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm doing. Maybe that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to justify it to myself. Amanda. All right. Hold on. I'll give you the bell. Hold on. Where's that bell? Come on. Give me the bell. Give me the bell. There it is. Hey, bell. There we are. Amanda gave $10. She says, Happy Valentine's Day to John and Jess. Can I watch you two in the corner tonight? No, you fucking weirdo. But thanks for the $10. I don't want like all you see is just the lit cigarette and then just the... No, Amanda, you fucking weirdo.
So here's the deal. Jasmine is a die-hard Barbs. And if you've spent more than 5 minutes on the internet, you know Nicki Minaj stands are on another level. They defend Nicki like their lives depend on it. And Jasmine is their poster child for...
Hey, Amanda, if you want to see a nipple, Jess says $20 and then she'll let me show you my nipple. Because that's my life. Just reduced to a common whore. That's what I am. Look at me. I'm your whore. There you go.
We're taking things way too far. It all started with Kenzo.
Yes, you have
a Dua
seen my
Lipa fan
nipples.
who dared to do the
Yes, you have.
unthinkable. He posted a video on Twitter saying he hates Nicki Minaj.
You can't see Jess's
You're on
nipples.
another coke rant, Nikki.
No, you can't.
You're retarded. The Barbs are tired of you. All the other fandoms are tired of you. You're a victim mentality bitch.
Now,
So you guys saying you're tired of my nipples? Is that what Pamunky says? Haha, been there, done. You're tired of them? I'm sorry. They're exquisite. Okay? So, jealousy is a stinky cologne.
let's pause for a second. On Stan Twitter, this is as common as someone saying pineapple doesn't belong in pizza. It's opinionated, sure, but it's not exactly groundbreaking. Most people would scroll past or drop a snarky comment at most. But Jasmine, oh no, he saw this as his moment. Kenzo, probably thinking no one would ever take this seriously, decided to dox himself. That's right, he straight up posted his own address online, thinking it would be a joke.
Scott says, you be a saint because you have the choice to be that. That's your free will. Well, I'm not going to sacrifice myself for anything. I'm not going to be a martyr. Okay? That's not my bag. All right? And I just don't think I'll be a saint. A lot of saints, depends on what you consider a saint. Mother Teresa was a saint, but she also thought that increasing the suffering of dying people brought them closer to God. So do you want to call that a saint? No, is the answer.
Spoiler alert, it was not.
Table stiff tang.
Nipple tassels? Send me nipple tassels, Morningside, and I'll put them on. I already said it. Fuck. Yeah.
Stay on Twitter.
Turd Funny Monkey says Saint Nicholas, which sounds very festive.
Please come to
Saint
my
Nicholas
house.
is here.
Right here.
He's here to violate your chimney. Yeah.
You have my address.
He's going to stuff some coal in your stocking.
Instead of letting it go
All
like
that.
any sane person
All that.
would, Jasmine got all riled up and responded with his usual chaotic energy.
Kenzo, you scary ass. You have the audacity to.
Scott says most humans are weak. That's why you're human. I'm not weak. I'm not weak. I just don't want to be a martyr. I don't want to die for a cause. I'm sorry. It's just not what I want to do. I don't consider myself weak. I just have priorities. You know, I have obligations. I have missions and stuff. You know, I have things to do.
Me and then you try to tweet about me.
I can't just be a gay little queer. They does gay little queer stuff on the internet. That's not. I can't do that. This guy, he can do that. He's got no reason to live. He really has no reason to live. Right? All those trannies, all those homosexuals, they have no reason to live. Right? There's no reason for them to go to work besides to get money so they can fucking buy themselves more cocaine and more alcohol and then do more debauchery and stuff. And that's not a reason. That's not a reason. That's passing time at best. You have to have a goal. We collectively have to have a community goal to make things better. That is what we have to do. Not just some of us want to. We have to do that as a society or we will go extinct. And when I say extinct, I mean extinct. I don't want that. I'm trying to continue what we have been doing for thousands and thousands of years. That's all. That's all I want to do. I want to do my job and go home. That's what I want to do. I want to do my job and go home.
Thinking I wouldn't have seen it. Then you hop on Twitter showing your ugly ass house, thinking nobody will pull up. When I just beat the fuck out of Steven's ass at his college, bitch, you.
I hate stupid people. I really hate stupid people. And I'm not saying I'm the smartest guy in the world. I just hate very visibly stupid people. They piss me off. I'm like, why do you... They piss me off. I'm sorry. They just make me mad. And, you know, they shouldn't. They shouldn't make me mad. Because all it does is boil my blood. And, like, I could explain to them why they're stupid and what they're doing is stupid and how they could change. But they're not going to listen to me, right? Because they're fucking stupid. So what do? You just sit there and grit your teeth. And you're like, yeah. And then you see more of it. And then it just wears on you. Oh, my God, it wears on you. And then you just, like, have this monkey on your back. And you're like, I want to enjoy my day. But I see so much stupid shit all the time. Is that me being crazy? Should I just let that go? That seems like a crazy thing to do. Be worried about other people being stupid? I don't know. I need more chill in my life.
Lost your mind. You Nancy Slow needed a
Stupidity does breed prolifically. It's amazing how they're like, how you're pregnant again? Like, how the fuck are you doing this? Oh, I know how. Because the government has some weird funders somewhere that are paying very stupid people to reproduce on the backs of smart people's money, right? Africa, sub-Saharan Africans, there should be maybe 2 million of them. There's over 1 billion of them now, right? Back in the 30s or something, like early 1900s, there's like 2 million of them. Now there's over 1 billion of them, and they have not developed any technology. They haven't like established a society. They're not like a world. Well, they are a threat, but not in the, organized sense. Where are all you fuckers coming from? You're not successful enough to do this on your own. How are you doing this? Oh, I know how. Yes, I know how.
So bad. I feel bad for your ugly ass fat Ninjago Spinjitzu master ass mama. You growing pubic hair on your chin, looking like Swain from Nino Cooney. You fat ass Toko booty ass. Bitch, instead of speaking on Nicki Minaj or Taylor, speak on your nasty mug hole. You talk about how you ain't do shit in your worthless life and be a ugly sob story popping his gums on Twitter. Shut the fuck up.
It really makes me angry, because you see people like this and they have he probably has 10 brothers and sisters, right? And his abuela is just popping them out, and it's just like, yo, man, you have the IQ of like a sausage, bro. Like, why are there so many of you? Idiocracy, it was a kind of a stupid movie, but they were right on the money, and it's like, we don't need that, but I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm pissed. I'm tired. I've had enough. But I hope you guys enjoy the show tonight. I hope you guys aren't lonely. I hope you guys decided to watch me just because you needed your dose of, rough reality. You guys like it rough, don't you dirty bitches? Mwah. I hope you guys had a good night. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys get out there and chase your dreams and be the best person you can. Don't be some stupid drunk tranny, right? Don't be some fat piece of shit who refuses to shower for months and months and months. Don't do that. Have a little self-respect. Have a little self-realization, okay? Do what you need to do. You have a job. We all have a job. And it's not your work. It's not how you make money. It's not how you feed your kids or anything like that. You have a greater calling. There's a reason you're here and you know it. You're in the right place. That's all I can say. You're in the right place. But I hope you guys have a great night. I'll see you guys on Monday. You guys stay safe. You stay chill. You stay together. You hold it down, right? We got a long battle ahead of us. Until then, I hope you guys stay cool, stay friendly, get some water, get a good night's sleep, and take care of yourselves, because I care about you too. I'll see you guys on Monday. Hit the like button. Love you guys. Good night. Bye.
I'm an incredible soul, unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's fierce growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, but Loch Ness Monster too. Government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth, setting fire to their control. I got small nipples, but my voice is loud, roaring like thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke, unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.